The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts, is a famous quote from one of the great men in history, Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius is known to most for being an emperor of Rome, but for those who might not know this about Aurelius is that he was a great thinker and philosopher as well, something that was rare for emperors at the time. Most emperors were a dime a dozen. You see one, you've seen them all, flashy, spoiled, and entitled. But Marcus stood out and continues to stand out to this day for a lot of things, but one in particular is his mind, and how he was able to look at things from a different perspective. Through Marcus we can see that the world is not always how we look at it, and that's why at times you have to dig beyond the surface and look deeper into things in order to get a better outlook. No media, man, or woman can give you the answer you may need sometimes. Only you and your mind will have those answers for you. Happy Friday, my good people. And welcome to another talk with Political Sagittarius. So Donald Trump, let's talk about him. Hate him or love him, this man is like a cockroach. He somehow survives anything thrown at him. For those of you who are not aware, Donald Trump is facing like a million different charges right now, but one of the most interesting charges he currently faces is the inflating property value charge in New York. Now this sounds like a plot straight out of movie, right? Guy running for president of the United States while trying to beat charges at the same time, while preaching that he is the chosen one sent to save the world. No, this is not a movie. Welcome to 2024. But Trump is being charged for inflating the value of his property, which basically means he overvalued the price of a property in order to secure a loan. While I'm not the biggest Trump fan, for my own reasons that I'm not getting to today, I think this charge is silly. The reason why I say this is silly is because the loan was paid back in full, and even the bank testified on his behalf, stating that both parties were satisfied with this business transaction. Despite the bank being on his side, Trump was somehow found guilty. Despite no wrongdoing being found, Trump was set to pay nearly $500 million for damages. Now you don't have to be Republican or Democrat, quote unquote right or left, to agree how crazy this sounds. Like I stated earlier, I'm not the biggest fan of the guy. Maybe I will do a video on him one day, emphasis on the maybe. If he makes history this November, maybe I will do a little treat video giving you guys a breakdown of what led to all of this. Now back to the overvalue of property case. I think we should all pay attention because I think the hatred for this man is driving people in the wrong direction. We've gotten to the point where this man, who is a presidential candidate, name is treated and given the same animosity as Voldemort from Harry Potter, who was so evil his name should not be said. I feel like everyone should be able to have healthy conversations about things going on in the world. I feel like people on the left should be able to say good things about people on the right, and vice versa, without being labeled a traitor by their own quote-unquote side. I feel like we should be able to support political candidates, and not be hardcore fans where no one is allowed to call out either side, and be in fear of being attacked by their fans. I think we should be able to think about what's going on in the world by looking at what's going on and make healthy choices of who we want representing us without being in fear of losing our friends in the process, because he has so much hatred for the guy that I voted for. I think this might be a bad direction to go, because if we ignore injustice out of hatred, does that really make us any better than the corrupt politicians that we dislike so much? What is going with Trump shows how much divide can lead to us blindly to going down the wrong path and being okay with bad decisions out of hatred and not logical thinking. And why it is always important to separate yourself from anger and give yourself a breathing space in order to make logical decisions. In doing so, we should find ourselves not supporting those who twist the law out of hatred. Now, with that being said, this is just a general statement and not directed at anyone. Now, Trump is a very interesting character. This man was able to go public with what some is calling a meme stock, which at its height was worth close to $100 per share, which drove his net worth to a whopping $7.1 billion at the time of recording this video, straight out of a movie, right? With this move, the main character of 2024 coming to a theater near you will survive to star in the long-awaited sequel set to arrive in November.